Hello everyone. I hope this finds you well. We're really close to the end of the school year, and when May 22nd rolls around, we'll have made it through 9 weeks of at-home learning. I know that this time has been challenging and hard and certainly not ideal, but we made it through 9 weeks together. Thank you to everyone who has worked hard for our kids, especially our parents and teachers. I want to address a few things that have come in this week to Let's Talk. And thank you for using that platform that you can find on our home webpage, as it allows me to track trends in comments and concerns. First, the one that affects most everyone, school in the fall. This has been a big topic of many emails, and as I said last week, the details are still uncertain. But I want you to know that we're working on many plans that we will have ready. One that is totally having everyone back to school. Obviously, we know how to do that, but that plan involves having new protocols mostly related to safety. Also, we have several working plans that involved blended learning schedules and scenarios, and I feel in my gut that this is where we may be headed, and there are lots of different ways that can be done. But whatever the case, accommodating as many kids back to school with their teachers, having synchronous learning, and getting parents back to work is what we're planning for to the highest degree possible. In all plans, there will be many new safety protocols. I'll be keeping you up to date on this regularly, even though school is out. Communication will continue throughout the summer to keep you updated. This is a really big decision. It's a huge decision that affects everyone. So lots of things will go into it, including your input, feelings, and concerns. Next, graduation plans. I heard lots of feelings regarding our decision to stay with our plan for graduation. From disappointment that we stuck with Plan C, to appreciation that we stuck with Plan C, as well as appreciation that we added the in-person option in July. I know that this decision does not make everyone happy. I wish there was one answer that accommodated everyone's feelings and needs for families. As you probably read on Monday, the Dallas County Health and Human Services Department updated its guidance on large gatherings, specifically high school graduations. If you haven't seen Dr. Hong's letter, it's posted on our website. We were aware of the Health and Human Services recommendations even prior to the release of that letter, as we had consulted with them. So we're very busy planning graduation events. And the first event will take place on June 5th and 6th. This will consist of a limited in-person graduation for students and the members of their immediate family and household. Graduates will walk across the stage, receive their diploma from a family member or some designated special person in their life, and have an opportunity for photos. These events will be planned meticulously and scheduled with appropriate social distancing and safety protocols in place. But there are also going to be a lot of things being planned to plus the experience and make it super special for our graduates and their families. Seniors and families will receive many more details from their respective high school. As for the second event, if guidelines from health authorities permit larger group gatherings in July, RSD is excited about being able to make plans to hold more traditional in-person graduation ceremonies on Sunday, July 19th and Monday, July 20th. Times will be scheduled to help mitigate seasonal heat, and the event will be live streamed so those unable to attend in person can watch in real time. I mentioned the school closeout process last week, and I want to be sure you know that all of our campuses that are going to have a drive-through event next week. Let me assure you that the highest level of precaution will be taken. Students will be able to retrieve personal items and return library books. If your student has a district-issued device, we want you to keep it over the summer, but please plan to be accountable for that device when school resumes. Look for more information regarding the closeout process from your campus principals. Parents, please keep sending us your answers to the survey we sent out last May 7th. It went out. I anticipate another survey late summer to take another pulse check as well. The survey can be found at rsd.org and will be open until May 24th. Finally, recently, Dr. Matthew Gibbons, our Executive Director of Student Services, shared an informative infographic with our administrative team on the health and wellness of students. It's really helpful, and I've asked him to share it with you today. I'm going to let Dr. Gibbons wrap this video up, so until next week, thank you for your input on Let's Talk, thank you for answering the survey, and thank you for watching. Please continue to stay safe and well. Dr. Gibbons, take it away.
Thank you, Dr. Stone, for the opportunity to share this latest infographic that's been produced by the Student Services Department. As you can see, this is tips for teens during COVID-19. These are things that our teenagers may be experiencing with this new situation that we have with our at-home learning. And so it talks about at the very beginning, like, are you feeling some of these things? Are you bored, alone, depressed, annoyed? And if you have these feelings, you might wish to numb them by having some unhealthy habits or participating in some unhealthy habits. So the next part of the infographic, as you can see, it explains and defines what some of these unhealthy behaviors can include. Of course, with the web and all the things that are online, experimenting with drugs, vaping, alcohol, those types of things. And then, of course, with violating the current shelter-in-place safety guidelines, which can be dangerous for all people involved. And also just a reminder to our teenagers, and we always have to try to circle back to this, is that there are consequences for our actions. And so if we engage, and if they choose to engage in some unhealthy behaviors, these are some of the consequences. You can receive consequences for some of those behaviors, not just from RISD, but also from law enforcement. So remember, things like bullying, cyberbullying, and harassment of any kind are strictly prohibited within RISD. That includes any of our online learning that's taking place. So let's talk about what we can do and explore as far as healthy options. So we broke it into two different areas, the body and the brain, and some of these things overlap and some of them don't. But for our body, we have to stay hydrated. Keep drinking water, keep a schedule with that. Go outside, exercise, limit the junk food, lay off the talkies as best you can, and keep a schedule. So get good sleep, but then also keep a good schedule. For our brain, it's always good to connect with someone. If we can't do it person to person, connect virtually as best you can. Check on friends and loved ones. There's always people in need, especially, and of course, in our circle of friends and family. So make sure to check on those in need. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Nothing has the power to change your mindset more than just the power of positivity. So make sure that you write things down that you're grateful for. Read daily. Keep a schedule. Be creative. Each one of us has a gift of creativity. So if you draw, if it's music, whatever it may be creative and explore your creativity as best you can. And last but not least, just choose to be positive. Each one of us can make that choice to be positive in this situation. And so as teenagers, I encourage all of you, and parents of teenagers, I encourage all of you to do that and to have active discussion. Remember, all of us have physical health and mental health. And if we don't communicate both of those with the people that we love and the people that care for us, that can be a detriment. So we need to make sure we're doing that. Who you can talk to. When we have mental health challenges, when we have physical health challenges, we always need to be talking to people. If it's physical health, we're talking to doctors and professionals in that field. And if we're having any mental health issues or challenges, remember, at the junior high level, talk to your parent or another trusted adult. If you're part of a faith-based organization, reach out to them. Your campus counselors are there and waiting to check in with any of you that may need it. And then also your teacher or coach, that they are experts in connecting with you and they want to make sure that you're doing okay. At the high school level, remember, there are some similarities with the junior high. Parent or another trusted adult, a faith-based organization, your campus counselors, your student assistance counselors. And as a reminder, high school students, you do have the Anonymous Alerts app that is downloaded onto your Chromebook, as well as you're able to access that on your phone with the free app from Anonymous Alerts. And the last part of our infographic is just the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, the Lifeline. If there are challenges that you're having in that area, please reach out to that number. There's different ways to get a hold of them based on your need, but please don't hesitate to call that number if you need assistance. Thank you, Dr. Stone, for letting me have a few minutes on this video, and just appreciate all of you who are working hard at home learning, especially for our teenage students. Thank you for all you're doing.